Chapter 1 Introduction and Basic Concepts. Every sense and sound vocabulary associated with it, and thermodynamics is no exception. Price definition of basic concepts for a sound foundation for the development of a science or prevent possibly misunderstandings. We start the chapter with an overview of the thermodynamics and the unique system, and continue with a discussion of some basic concepts such as system, state postulated, equilibrium, and process. We also discuss temperature and the temperature scales with particular chances on the International Temperature Scale of 1919 1919 with the present pressure, which is the normal for certain via fluid per unit are or discuss absolute and gauge pressures. The variation of pressure with the of pressure measurement device such as manometers and barometers. Careful study of the concepts is essential for a good understanding of the topics in the following chapters. Finally, we present an instinctive systematic problem-solving technique that can be used as a model in solving engineering problems. 1. 1. Thermodynamics and energy. Thermodynamics can be defined as the science of energy. Although every voice at the fifth of what energy is, it is difficult to gauge a precise definition for heat. Energy can be viewed as the ability to cause change. The name thermodynamic system from the Greek word term heat and the dynamic power, which is most descriptive on the early efforts to convert heat in power. Today is more descriptive of the early effort to convert heat in power. Today the science is broadly interpreted to include all aspects of energy and energy transformation, including power generation, refrigeration, and the relationship among the properties of matter, or the most fundamental laws of natural is the conservation of energy principle. It simply states that during an interaction, energy can change from one front to another, but the total amount of energy remains constant. That is, energy can be created or destroyed. A rock falling out a cliff, for example, P could speed as a result of potential energy being converted to kinetic energy. Feature 1.1 The conservation of energy principle, also from the backbone of the debt industry. At person what as the great energy input food, the energy output excelsior. We guide J store energy in the front of fat, and a person got as the smaller energy input that output with loss waste. The feature 1 2 the chance in the energy comes outbounding or any other system equate to the difference between the energy input or the energy output and the energy balance is expressed as energy in, energy of, energy. The first law of thermodynamics is simply an expression on the conservation and energy principle, and the answer that energy as thermodynamic property. The second law of thermodynamics asserts that energy as quality, as well as quality, and actual process occur in the direction of the increased quality of energy. For example, a cup of coffee leaves of stable eventual cools, but a cup of cool coffee in the same room never gets off by itself. Feature 1.3 The temperature energy of the coffee indicated transformed into a less useful from a lower temperature. Once it is transferred to surrounding air, although the principles of the thermodynamics have been in the existence since the creation of the universe. The thermodynamics did not emerge as a science until the construction of the first subfuel atmospheric test engines in the England by Thomas Savery in 1697 and Thomas Newcomen in 1712. The energy were very slow and inefficient, but they opened the way from the development of new science. The first and second laws the thermodynamics emerged simultaneously in the 1815s, primarily of the works of William Rayleigh, Rudolf Clausius, Lord Kelvin, and Lord Kelvin, formerly William Thomson. The terms thermodynamics were first used or publication by Lord Kelvin in 1849. The first thermodynamics textbook was created in 1859 by William Rayleigh, a professor on the University of Glasgow. It is well known that a substance consists of a larger number of particles, called molecules. The properties of the substance naturally depend on the behavior of these particles. For example, the pressure of a gas in container in the result of moment transfer between the molecules and the walls of the container. However, however, one does not need to know the behavior of the gas particle to determine the pressure in the container. It would, it will be sufficient to attach a pressure gauge the container. The microscope approved to the study of thermodynamics that does not require a knowledge of the behavior of the individual particles in the curve classic thermodynamics. Improvise a direct and edge-wise to the solution of engineering problems. A more elaborate approach based on the average behavior of light growth of individual particles is called statistical thermodynamics. This macroscopic approach is rather involved and is used in this text only is this supportive role. Application areas de thermodynamics. All activities, all activities in natural involvement some interaction between energy and matter. Thus, it is hard to imagine an area that does not relate the thermodynamics in some manner, differ, developing a good understanding on basic principles of thermodynamics and long be an essential part of engineering education. Thermodynamics is commonly encountered in many engineering systems and other aspects of life, and one does not need to go very far to see some application areas, or is in fact one does not need to go anywhere. The earth is constantly pulsing belong to a part of the human body. Various energy conversions occur in the trillions of body cells, and the body air generally is constantly reject, rejected to the environment. The human comfort and closely leads to the rise of the metabolic hair rejection. We try to control the heat transfer rate, mean structural floating, or the environmental condition. Other applications on thermodynamics are read where one lies and coordinating house is in some respect an exhibition and filled with wonders of thermodynamics. Figure 1.4 Many ordinary observable intensives and applications and applicants are designated in word or in part using the principles de thermodynamics. Some examples exclude the electric or gas rank, the heating or air conditioning system, the refrigerator, the humidifier, the pressure cooker, the water air, the slower in room and iron, and even the computer and TV on larger scale thermodynamic plays. Omahar, Omahar, part in detecting and analysis of the automotive engines, rocket, jet engines, and conversion or nuclear power plants, solar collectors, and the design of vehicles from ordinary cars or airplanes. Feature 1.5 The energy efficient homes that you might be living in for example, is the signet of the basic or minimum hayloft in winter, and edge gain in summer. The science location and the power input of the fan of your computer is all selected after an analysis that involves thermodynamics. 1. 2. Importance of dynamics, dimension, and units. Any physical quality can be characterized by dimensions. The magnitude assigned to the dimensions are called units. Some basic dimensions, such as mass m, length L, time t, and temperature T, are selected as primary or fundamental dimensions, with other such as velocity v, energy A, and volume v, are expressed in terms of the primary dimensions or the called secondary dimensions or derived dimensions. A number of unique systems have been developed over the years, despite strong efforts in the scientific or the engineering community to unify the world with a singular, unique system. Two sets of Unix are still in common use today: the English system, which is also known as the Unix State Customary System, and the Matrix CEs from the System International Unix, which is also known as the International System. The CEs is a simple and logical system based on a decimal relationship between the various unities, and is being used for scientific and the engineering work in most of the industrialized nations, including England. The English system, however, has apparent systematic numerical base, and various units in the system are related to have other ranked arbitrary 2 inch, 1 feet, 1 mile, 5,218 feet, 4 quid, guard, etc. We match its confusion and difficulty to learn the Unity States in the only industrialized country that has not yet fully converged to the numeric system. The systematic effort to develop a universally acceptable system or unitized back to the 1790, with the first National Assembly charged the French Academy of Sciences to come up with such a unity system. An early version of the metric system was soon developed in France, but in did not face universal acceptance until 1875, when the metric conversion theory was prepared in the significant 70 nations, including United States, the International Treaty. Metering graphs were established and the metric units for length or mass, respectively. respectively, and the General Conference of Brain of Mausers. CGPM was established that was to meet every 6 years. In 1916, the CGPM produced the CI, which was based on its fundamental qualities, and their units were adopted in 1954 as the 10th General Conference of weight of measure meter m for length, kilogram, G for mass second, is for time ampere, A for electric currents, degree Kelvin, K for temperature and candela, CD for luminous intensity, amount of light. In 1971, the CGPM added a seventh fundamental quality and unit mole for the amount of water, based on the National Exchange introduced in 1976. The degree symbol of official depot from the absolute temperature units and the R unit names were to be written without capitalization events in the were derived from proper names. Table 1.1. However, the abbreviation also unit was to the capitalized in the unit was derived from a proper name. For example, the is a unido of force, which is named after Sir Isaac Newton, 1647, 1723 is Newton, not Newton, and is abbreviated as Newton. At also the full name of unit might be pluralist, but is abbreviation canon. For example, the length of an object can be 5 m for 5 meters, not 5 m's or meter. Finally, no period is to be used in unit abbreviation unless there appears at the end of sentence. For example, the proper abbreviation of meter is m, no m. The recent move toward the metric system in the unity state seems to have started in 1978, when Congress, in response to the what's happening in Prometheus voluntary switch to the metric system, bypassing the metric conversion Act in 1975. A trade bill passed by Congress in 1988 set a September 1992 1992, deadline for a federal agency to convert the metric system. However, the deadlines were relaxed later with no clear plans for the future. The industries that are heavily involved in international trade, such as the automotive, soft drink, soft drink or liquor industries, had been quick in converting to the metric system for economic reasons. Habits include worldwide seed, fewer size, smaller inventories, etc. Today, nearly on the car manufacturer in the United States are metrics. Most car owners probably do not realize this until they try in English. Socket real metric balls. Most industries, however, resist the chance the slowing down the conversion process. Presently in United States is the dual system society, and it will state that why you need the transitions to the metric system the complex the disputes and extra burden of the engineering students since they are expected to retain their understanding and the English system while early thinking of working in terms of the is I. As pointed out, the is I is based on decimal relationship between unit. The prefix used to express the multiples of the various units are listed in table 1 2. They are standard for all units and the students in accordance to memorize the backup of the drive with its user. Feature 16 sums is I the English unit. In SI, the units of mass left of time are the kilogram, meter, and second, respectively. respectively. The respective units in the English system are the pound mass, foot, and second, the pound symbol LB is actually the abbreviation of Libra with the accent Roman united way. The English relating the symbol even after the F of the Roman occupation of Britain in 410. The mass and length units in the two systems are related to F over B. In the English system, for the usually considered to be on one of the primary dimensions, and there is assigned a non-derived unit. There is a cause of confusion, an error that necessitates the, the use of the dimensional constants in many formulas. To avoid this nuisance, they consider force to the as secondary dimensions was unit in derived from Newton's second law, that is, for mass accelerator, or in the east eye the four units is in Newton, m, and the It is defined as the force requiring the accelerated at mass of um, 1 kg at a rate of the 1 meter second to the English system. The force unit of the power force LB fees and the definitive as the force requiring the um, accelerated mass or ox 13 pound 174 lbm, one slot and rate of the 1 feet second to that is a force of 1 newtons is roughly equivalent to the grains of the small apple, whereas a force of 1 lb of roughly equivalent to the weight of 4 medium apples. As shown on the figure 1a, another 4 units in the common use in many European countries in the kilogram force, which is the weight of 1 kg mass at sea level. The terms when ordered incorrectly used to express mass, particularly by the weight watchers. Unlike mass, which with force, it is the gravitational force applied to a body, and the magnitude is determined from Newton's second law. Where is the mass of the body? Um, Key is the local gravitation acceleration. Gravitational acceleration. Key is 19.807 meter so segundos seconds to or 13 to 174 fixed second acceleration on 14.5 latitude. An ordinary bathroom scale measures the gravitational force acting on body, the graph of unit volumes of substance in scaling specific grade, and is determined from where rho is this density. The mass of the body remains the same regardless of the location in the universe. It varies, however, change with a change in gravitational acceleration. A body gains legs up to and on top of mountain singular he decreases with altitude of the surface of the moon of astronaut were above one-sixth of what she or the normally weight of Earth. Feature 190. Feature 19. Exhibiting a mass of 1 kg were 9.807 newtons. I illustrated the feature 110, a mass of the 1 lbm. However, whereas a 1 lb5 we mislead people to the balance. The pound mass and pound force can be used interchangeably as pounds. with major source of error in the English system, or should be note that the gravity force acting on mass indeed due to the attraction between the mass of those is proportional to the magnitude of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Before the gravitational acceleration, Kia's allocation depends on the local density of the air across the distance to the center of the Earth, and to the lesser extent the positions of the moon and the suns. The value of chi varies with location from 9,8295 and second at 4,500 meters below sea level to the 70.3218 meters seconds and meter above sea level however, at altitude of 13,000 meters, the variation of the gear from the sea level valued at 9,807 meters seconds is less than 1%. Therefore, for most practical purposes, the gravitational acceleration can be assumed the constant 9.81 meters seconds. Is interesting to, to note that at location below sea level, the value of increase with distance for the sea level reaches a maximum above 4,500 meters and start decreasing. What do you think the value of G is at the center of the Earth? The primary cause the confusion between mass and gain is that mass is usually measured indirectly by measuring the gravity force it exerts. This approach also assumes that the force exerted by other effects, such as buoyancy and the fluid motion, are negligible. Is the light measure the distance to a star by measuring its redshift or measuring the altitude of airplane may be measuring barometric pressure. Both of these are also indirect measurements. The correct direct at y of measuring mass is the compared is to a not mass. The is converse. However, and it is mostly used the for and it is mostly used for calibration and measuring precious metals. Work with this upfront of energy can simply be defined at force time distance before is as the unity Newton meter with its scaling at joules that is a more common unit for energy in is I is the kilojoules in the English system. The energy unit is BTU. BTU, British Terminal Unit, which is defined as energy required to rise the temperature of 1 lbn of water and temperature and 1 kg of water and 14.5 C. B1C is defined of the 1 calories and cal 4.108,004 pound 1,816 he the magnitude of the kilojoules and the BTU and the small identical.